How do I get a raise at work? Have you ever wondered why some people get raises without even asking and others struggle despite their efforts? Could a simple conversation with your boss be the answer to unlocking your next salary increase? By the end of this video, you will understand how to position yourself effectively for your next salary increase. You will learn how to approach conversations with HR and with your boss when it comes to salary increases. And you will gain confidence in taking proactive steps towards taking responsibility and ownership for your own career advancement and salary improvement. How to get a raise at work. The most effective way to get a raise at work is to get promoted. However, there are ways to get a raise at work without getting promoted. Sometimes you can move up within a salary band and remain in your current position. So the important thing about salary bands is that newer people tend to come in at the lower end of a salary band. And the salary bands usually allow for people to be in those bands for 2, 3, 4, sometimes 5 years, depending on kind of how big the band and how complex the work is. So it's important that you understand that out of the gate. Make sure that you've had a conversation with HR and you understand what the salary bands look like and where you are in your salary band. Sometimes people will be a little reticent to tell you that because they don't necessarily want people to understand how people doing the same job as them might be earning significantly more, but you can get that information. And once you understand that, you know whether or not there's room for you to move up within your salary band without getting a promotion. The best way to be able to move up within your salary band without getting a promotion is to add more value. And the way to do that is to make more powerful and effective offers to your boss, to your internal customers, to your external customers, depending on what position you're in. The absolute key to earning more money in a company is to add more value. It's a pretty simple equation. If you're able to position yourself so that the value that you can add is aligned with the company's goals, aligned with your boss's objectives, aligned with your department's goals for the quarter, for the year, then you're in a much, much better position to be able to ask for a salary increase. Your job is to be able to make a compelling case for yourself to get a raise. And simply wanting one is not enough. But if you can align yourself with the goals and objectives of your team or your group, and you understand how the company generates value, you'll be able to make powerful offers into that and position yourself to be able to make the case for getting a raise. A great starting point for this is to look at my promotion readiness assessment, the link down in the comments. And even though you're not looking for a promotion this time, that'll give you a good perspective on whether or not you understand how value is created in your company and what you're doing to be able to add to that. Once you've completed that and you've been brutally honest with yourself, you'll come away with an understanding of how much more you could do, and you'll also come away with an understanding of 3 or 4 things that you can begin to do now to increase the value that you're adding for your boss, for your team, for your department. So there are 5 ways to be able to get a raise at work. The best favor you can do yourself is do not assume that a raise comes with a promotion or vice versa. This has to do with whether or not you understand the way the system works in your company. So again, we go back to the salary bands, looking at where you fit in the salary band, but also understanding what the next level of promotion looks like. So how far can you go without necessarily getting a promotion and simply position yourself to be able to get a raise? Now, the most important thing when you first take your job is to be able to negotiate your salary, and I will cover that in another video. But for now, just know where you are and what your room is for increasing your salary without getting a promotion. The second thing to do is to understand pay grades and promotion cycles. So you'll hear people who've been in companies for a long time and they'll say, I'm a level 5 or I'm a level 12 or I'm a level 2. And usually what that is referring to is it's referring to where they are in their career progression. So a lot of companies do that where level 1 is the CEO and level 2 are the vice presidents, and it goes all the way down to level 25 or 30, depending on how big and hierarchical the organization is. It's important for you to understand where you fit into that system. And again, this is a conversation with HR or asking them to set up a conversation with your group as a whole, or asking them to have a brown bag lunch, information lunch, a lunch and learn about the career levels and the salary ranges, and to get an understanding of where you stand. Knowing when raises happen and what the promotion cycles look like and what the levels and salary bands look like will help you be able to plan for your raise much more strategically. The other thing that can really help you when you're looking to get a raise is to explore adjacent career paths. So sometimes in companies, certain careers will have tighter salary bands or lower levels of pay depending on how the company values those positions. It's really helpful for you if you can understand where your skill set fits in and whether or not there are 2 or 3 other adjacent career paths that might also serve you. So if you want to prioritize getting a raise, make sure that you understand that the track that you're on, what the opportunities are there, and then also look at 2 or 3 adjacent tracks and give yourself an idea of whether or not those tracks move faster or have broader salary bands or can offer you more opportunity. The fourth step is to have a conversation with your boss. It always comes down to that, doesn't it? And over time, you absolutely will get more comfortable and more proficient at doing this. And the game now is to set yourself up to have as many practice opportunities as you can. For this particular one, the conversation that you're having is to say that simply you'd like to be able to add more value and position yourself to be able to get a salary increase for the next cycle of review and promotion. Now, you're not necessarily asking for a promotion here, but certainly the next review cycle. And hopefully you've done your homework at this point to understand where there's opportunity for you to be able to add more value. So you're looking to take on more responsibility, whether that responsibility is managing other people, which is the most obvious one, but the other ones could be something like you are taking on delivering a particular report, you are taking on engaging with a particular customer, you are taking on something that you know your boss is overwhelmed with. Taking stuff off your boss's plate is one of the most effective ways to be able to position yourself for a salary increase. So the conversation that you're having with your boss is looking to see where that opportunity lies and whether or not they have something that they can offer to you that would position you more effectively for a salary increase. I talk about this a lot, and I'm sorry if I'm sounding repetitive, but doing your homework is the most important thing that you can possibly do when it comes to asking for a raise. When I had a lot of people reporting to me, if someone walked into my office and they were looking to get a raise, and they walked in and they simply said, "I'm looking to get a raise," I was usually a little frustrated with them. I mean, I'm delighted with their ambition because I admire it, and it's what makes organizations run. But the most important thing to recognize in here is you've got homework to do. If you're looking to get an increase, you've got homework to do. And the readiness assessment will help you identify what some of that homework is. But make sure before you have the conversation with your boss, you've done your homework, you've seen where there are some opportunities to be able to add more value, and you're having a conversation with your boss that allows you to be able to validate if they're the right opportunities and to design what it is that you're going to do next to be able to execute on those and realize those opportunities. So 5-step process. Make sure you go through the process, make sure you do your homework, and the more informed you are, the more compelling you will be when you ask for a raise. If you don't get a raise or you don't get a promotion, I have another video called What to Do If You Don't Get a Promotion, and that's worth watching as well. It'll help you prepare for your strategy for asking for your raise. I wish you the best of luck.